Welcome to KET's News Quiz. I'm your host, Kelsey Starks. We hope you're getting adjusted to the new school year. Thanks for joining us here for some current events. We'll get started with today's challenge question. Which U.S. president was born in Hodgenville, Kentucky? This man was our 16th president and is known for his leadership during the American Civil War and for signing the Emancipation Proclamation, which freed enslaved people. Can you name him? Which U.S. president was born in Hodgenville, Kentucky? That answer after the news. More natural disasters are topping the news in America. Wildfires in the Pacific Northwest have burned millions of acres and destroyed thousands of buildings. The Pacific Northwest is in the far northwestern part of our contiguous United States. Washington State, Oregon, Idaho, and parts of Northern California are part of this region. Some of the devastating fires were started by lightning strikes, while others are being blamed on man-made situations. In Washington and Oregon, hurricane-force winds spread wildfires throughout wooded areas. It took days for firefighters to gain any control over the flames. Homes and businesses in the area were destroyed, as well as at least one small town. To the south, wildfires have burned more than 2 million acres in California, an unwanted record for the Golden State. There have been more than 900 wildfires there since August. Thousands of firefighters are trying to contain the blazes, but intense temperatures and dry conditions aren't helping the cause. In other news, you may not realize it, but it has been 400 years since the Pilgrims set sail on the Mayflower on their voyage to America. What was considered a new world for them was a world that indigenous Native American tribes like the Wampanoag considered home for thousands of years before the Pilgrims arrived. To commemorate the sailing of the Mayflower, a new piece of artwork has been installed in a harbor facing the city of Plymouth, England. Huge letters are lit by LED lights spelling the words, "No New Worlds." The designers hope this will open up discussions about the Pilgrims' voyage and how their arrival affected indigenous tribes. They also want people to realize that we must care for our world because it's the only one we have. The art is titled Speedwell, after the ship which was supposed to accompany the Mayflower but didn't because of a leak. The sign will shine to spread the message over the next 3 months. Here are the questions that accompany the first part of today's quiz. Questions 1 and 2 are about the U.S. wildfires. Question 1. The region of the U.S. most affected by the wildfires is the A. Pacific Northwest, B. Appalachia, or C. Great Plains. Question 2 is true or false. Some of the fires have been caused by lightning. Is that statement true or false? Questions 3 and 4 are about the meaningful artwork. Question 3. The art commemorates the sailing of the A. Santa Maria, B. Speedwell, or C. Mayflower. And question 4. 2020 marks which anniversary of the Pilgrims' voyage? Is it A. 100 years, B. 250 years, or C. 400 years? Back to the news. September 11th is a somber day in American history. It is now known as Patriot Day, the day in 2001 when thousands were killed during terrorist attacks involving hijacked planes in New York, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C. This year, because of the pandemic, smaller services were held to remember the victims of the attacks in New York City, including first responders who gave their lives trying to save others. President Donald Trump spoke at a service in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the site where one hijacked plane crashed. Members of Congress stood on the steps of the Capitol in Washington, D.C. for a moment of silence, and a flag was unfurled at the Pentagon, another plane crash site. Flags across the nation flew at half-staff on September 11th in honor of all that occurred that day. In Kenya, lost crops are being blamed on swarms of locusts that have nearly taken over parts of the African nation. Kenya is in East Africa. It borders Tanzania and Somalia, among other countries, and the Indian Ocean. It's known for native wildlife like lions and elephants. Kenya's capital is Nairobi. Locusts are a species of grasshoppers. Normally, they're only seen in small groups, but in some cases, they band together, forming aggressive swarms. And that's what's happened in Kenya and some neighboring African countries. The locusts have eaten and destroyed crops that farmers use to feed their families and sell to make money. It's the worst locust infestation Kenya has faced in 70 years. International organizations are trying to help control the locusts and provide much-needed food for the country. Well, if you're an astronomy fan, black holes are probably pretty interesting to you. Imagine being one of the scientists who recently witnessed two black holes colliding. A black hole is one of the strangest objects in our universe. They form when a giant star runs out of energy and then collapses inward on itself. The leftover matter is so dense that no light can escape from it, showing up as a black hole. In 2019, scientific detectors picked up signals from two black holes crashing into each other. They believe the collision happened millions of years ago, and the sound is just reaching us because it happened so far away. The collision created a larger black hole as the two smaller ones combined. Astronomers and scientists from the U.S. and Europe have studied the signals over the past year. Now let's study the second part of today's quiz. Question 5 is about Patriot Day. The date that the devastating attacks occurred is A. August 11th, B. September 11th, or C. November 11th. Swarms of insects have taken over question 6. Locate Kenya on the map. Is it at point A, B, or C? And question 7 is very dark. Scientists discovered the collision of two A. planets, B. galaxies, or C. black holes. In the middle of upsetting stories about our pandemic, there are also many stories of kindness. Two California siblings wanted to encourage healthcare workers who are dedicated to fighting COVID and helping patients. Prableen and Montige Lamba are high school students. They decided to collect and send thank you cards and gifts to healthcare workers. They first reached out to schools, local organizations, and scout troops for help. Then they launched Cards for COVID Heroes, a website inviting people to donate cards or money. In just 2 months, they collected nearly 300 cards. When they deliver cards to hospitals, they ask for one thing in return: a picture of the doctors and nurses that can be added to their website. In Mexico, the quest to build a new airport has run into some mammoth obstacles, quite literally. Mammoth skeletons have been found at the construction site north of Mexico City, the Mexican capital, and the site is now considered one of the world's largest finds of mammoth bones. Workers started transforming an old military air base into an airport last October. The area was the site of an ancient lake. As digging began, bones were discovered, and paleontologists, fossil experts, were called in to excavate them. So far, they've unearthed about 200 mammoths, 25 camels, and several horses. Now here's a happier animal story. It's time for the annual weigh-in at the London Zoo in England. Workers at the zoo spent days weighing members of more than 200 species, from ants and meerkats to giraffes and giant land snails. The information gathered will be added to a database that is shared with zoos around the world. The weigh-in helps check the animal's health and conservation efforts. One little critter that wasn't part of the weigh-in, though, was the zoo's new baby sloth. This sloth, named Little Truffle, was born August 13th. They don't know if Truffle is a girl or a boy until blood tests are completed. Well, time for you to weigh in on the final part of today's quiz. Question 8 is full of thanks. The California siblings are sending cards to A. healthcare workers, B. firefighters, or C. police. Question 9 may take some digging. Hundreds of mammoth skeletons were found at a construction site in A. Spain, B. Mexico, or C. Brazil. And don't be slow to answer question 10. The London Zoo recently welcomed a new baby: A. skunk, B. tortoise, or C. sloth. Okay, time for a break from the quiz. Let's find out why a famous Chinese tourist attraction is in need of some added attention. The Great Wall of China is where we're heading for today's extra credit report. China's Great Wall was built for protection along the country's northern border thousands of years ago. It stretches nearly 13,000 miles through mountainous areas. Tourists walk along the wall and get beautiful views of China's natural landscape, but most only see a small stretch of the wall that is well cared for and in good shape. That's the part you're seeing here in Mutianyu. Most of the wall is beginning to crumble from age and erosion. Historians have pressed for help to repair and protect parts of the Great Wall. China's central government is now investing more than $22 million to aid these preservation efforts. Last week, we asked for your opinion, and many of you were on the ball. Thanks for sharing your goals with us. Aiden, a fifth grader from Boston School in Nelson County, Kentucky, was the very first to answer this opinion question. Aiden said, "My goals for this school year are to get better at math because I want to be able to solve harder math problems, and I also want to get better at science." Sounds like my goals. We hope you reach both of those goals. Good luck to you. We'll share more of your letters here next week, so be sure to answer our opinion question. Tell us, what are your goals for this school year? You can send your opinions to us via email at newsquiz@ket.org, or you can use the form at ket.org/newsquiz. Just be sure to include your name, grade, school, and teacher's name in your response. Now, what you've been waiting for, time for today's answers. We'll jump back to that challenge question first. President Abraham Lincoln was born in Hodgenville, a city in LaRue County, Kentucky. He grew up in Illinois, but Kentucky is his birthplace. Recently, a lock of the president's hair was put up for sale by an Illinois auction company. The 2-inch swatch was given to a cousin of President Lincoln's wife, Mary Todd Lincoln, after the president's death. Members of the Todd family kept the lock of hair until 1945 when it was first sold. It's a little creepy, but interesting. Here are the rest of today's answers. The answer to question 1 is A. The Pacific Northwest is the region most affected by wildfires right now. The answer to question 2 is true. Lightning has started a lot of the wildfires. The answer to question 3 is C. The Mayflower brought the pilgrims from England. The answer to question 4 is also C. It has been 400 years since the Mayflower's voyage began. The answer to question 5 is B. September 11th is the date of Patriot Day in the U.S. The answer to question 6 is A. Kenya, the country with swarms of locusts, is located at point A on the map. The answer to question 7 is C. Black holes collided to form a larger one. The answer to question 8 is A. Healthcare workers have received cards delivered by the California siblings. The answer to question 9 is B. Mexico is where construction workers found those giant mammoth skeletons. And the answer to question 10 is C. Truffle the baby sloth is a new addition at the London Zoo. Last but not least today, if you need a little more encouragement to stay home and stay safe, perhaps a musical message from Pokemon's Pikachu will help. The iconic character teamed up with Japan's Pineapple Apple Pen star Pikataro for the music video Pika to Pico. The song aims to entertain and send a message to stay safe by staying home and social distancing. I think I'll dance my way out of here. We'll see you next week for more News Quiz. Bye.
Pikachu! Without you. Pika! Pikax. Pikachu! Mushroom! Pika! Fill up.